drive. Let's open up and go to my drive. Now, what I'm going to do, do you operate with a shared drive at school?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so what we're going to do is shared drive here.
Yep.
We're just going to talk about the difference between the shared drive and my drive.
Okay.
Have you already imported everything from like a memory stick or what you've brought in? So when you started at school, have you already imported everything? Everything's already in?
No, I haven't done that.
Aha, right. Let's talk about that. That's good. I'm glad you haven't done that. Okay. First of all, let's talk about where to put things and why. So imagine you've got 2 rooms and that all your files and folders are actually physical. Now you are going to choose either to put them in room 1, to physically put them in room 1. They're for work. They're things that are departmental docs that you think would be useful if you put them in and your department can collaborate on, or your year group can collaborate on.
Yep.
Room 2, you put everything for your own things, and that's when you upload them to room 2, or you put them into room 2. Now, this is like shared drive and my drive. Shared drive is your space for everything that you want to be collaborative with people from your department, your year group. And my drive is everything for yourself. Now, in terms of what you are within your department, are you the head of department or are you a teacher within the department?
Just a teacher within the department.
Don't say just, you're a teacher within the department. So you're probably a content manager. Here, you can do most of the things that you need to be able to do within that. So you won't ever lose your things, because when they go in, even if they're your own things and you put them in the shared drive, what it means is that anyone within your department can manipulate them, they can move them around, they can create them, they can upload more things. You can add people to the files, so you get complete ownership of your stuff. And you can move files and folders. You can also download everything again from your shared drive. So don't ever worry about putting things in the shared drive and then losing complete control of it. You can always download your things and everybody else's actually from the shared drive if you are a content manager.
Right.
Managers will probably be your head of department, will probably be a manager. And the importance of having just a manager in that one is because they have the power to actually delete the whole drive themselves. So, now it won't ever delete completely because it will go and you have 30 days to restore it. But it does mean that it's not deleted and everybody's saying, well, who did it? Because you'll know who did it, because only one person has the great power and great responsibility to do that.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to talk you through some of the other responsibilities, but so shared drives are set up with those sharing permissions already done. So you don't need to, once things are in there, you don't need to worry about sharing anything within that group because it's already shared. Say you were going to be doing, say, the assistant head academic said, I want to have a look at your lesson planning or your lesson material. You can make them, say, a commentator, and this will mean that they can leave comments on your thing, so you can share them and they would be a commentator within that. Then they can see that and they can maybe give you some support by commenting, but they won't be able to edit. Or if an inspector said, well, can you just show me that, you can make them a viewer. And then they can't edit or make comments on the document, but they can just have a look at it. So there are different options within the shared drive. Within my drive, what we're going to look at is how to, and this can be within the shared drive as well, how to actually upload and why we would do it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create, I'm sure you're used to creating new folders, so I'm not going to go over too much about that. All I talk about with new folders is I say, right, this one you can see it's grey, that's how it goes in. And if I wanted to make sure it was at the top, I would call it number 1 because it's all an index and numbers come before letters. If you colour, if I go down to organise, I can also put a colour on that. That is only for me. So if I've shared that, with somebody else, it won't be a red folder for them. It will only be a red folder for me. So I can organize mine how I like. Okay, so if we then now open that example and I want to put some files in, if I go to settings, which is on the cogwheel in the top right hand corner,
yeah,
go to settings and you can see that I have mine ticked on upload to convert all of my upload to my Google Docs editor format. And what I'm going to do is just unclick that and show you why I do that. I'm going to now open up, I'm going to upload, file upload on the menu. You can also do it from the new button. I'm going to upload this blank medium term plan.
right.
So I'm now going to upload that, open. That's now going to go in as a Word document. If I make this a bit bigger, you can see that the size of that is 32 kilobytes.
Yep.
Okay, if I now tick that convert to Google Doc editor format, now first of all, we want to be working with Google Docs, so we want to be uploading those. But this is the other benefit of uploading and converting. Yeah, there we go. So you can see the difference in the amount of in memory. It's exactly the same. So if I open up both of those, there we go. Let's open up both of those. They're loading. This is the Word document.
Yeah.
This is the Google Doc.
Right.
There is no difference. They can both open up YouTube. They can open up that link. The link comes over. The table comes over. Everything comes over. But the Google Doc is a quarter of the size, approximately, of the Word document, because the Word document has to have things in it, as all Microsoft documents do, saying, I'm a Word document, specifically 2010. You know, these kind of things, they have all this extra stuff. So one thing is you'll take up a lot less space in your Google Drive if you convert to Google format. And the other reason is because they work seamlessly with Classroom, which is the next thing that we're going to move on to. And so settings, just to go through how you do that again, and settings, convert uploads to Google Docs editor formats. It's like in the third box down. It also means you can then work offline with those documents, because you can convert them to automatically open offline, which is great when you're using a Chromebook.
So would that be the same process if I have like a memory stick and I bring it in and then
absolutely, and you can do the whole lot in one go. Yeah, it's drag and drop.
Okay.
So you lasso, if you know what I mean, corral all your folders and then just drag and drop them into here.
Right.
You should have an aside, which is and do think about which room you want to put them in
the My Drive room,
your stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to do that's like a work document that you know other people are going to need to work on as well, put that in the shared drive.
On the shared, okay.
Because otherwise what you end up doing is putting a shortcut from My Drive into the shared drive. But the shortcut has got all the permissions to access, but the folder doesn't have all the permissions to access. So you'd have people who think something's been shared with them trying to click on that and then not having the permission if you haven't set it in My Drive. So anything that you know you're going to want to talk about and share with other people, put it into the shared drive.
Can't I move it from the My Drive to the shared drive? No. And
that's why I'm saying make those decisions before you go. It's the same in the Microsoft environment. It's the same as deciding whether you want something to go into Teams or OneDrive.
Yeah.
Because you can put it in the team, but unless you've actually given the permissions within OneDrive, the people who are trying to access it in the team can't see it. It's the same in Google Drive.
Okay.
You've got to think. So if it's a work thing, I recommend that you make yourself a folder within the shared drive So you would make yourself a folder in the shared drive called Ronaldo and put your work stuff in there.
Okay, that's easier. Yeah.
Okay.